Good morning, good morning. Oh, hang on tight. I'm running in the start. So in the process of that, y'all gonna listen to this because this is what it's about. I'll be right back. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all got about 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, my bad. I would have to leave my car on if I left that on. Hold on, there ain't that many people. Let me run in here. Hold on. I guess that didn't make sense, did it? Hold on. How do I turn my camera on? Okay. That was definitely Good morning, good morning. Extra large. Can I have an extra large? Then I'd have another. Yeah. Smooth. Yep. Thank you. All right, almost done. I tried to set it for 5 minutes, but I ended up hitting live right now. And 5 minutes would have gave me time to run into stuff and come back out. So that was my fault. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this today. I don't think anybody, well, if you were here from the beginning of the saga, you probably knew this, but nobody ever, I don't think people really understand what was going on in this man's business life that he was involved in with his wife, right? I don't think anyone really understands the depth of that. Okay, so I said that to say this. As you know, he already a creator when he met his wife, which means he had everything pretty much set up as far as business managers, you know, people that help him with his platform, right? I don't want to bring up his brother, but you know, he had some situations going on with the people that he had helping him with his platform as well, right? So therefore, you know that when these creators get like all these followers, for the most part, they have to have assistance with you know, I don't care if it's just checking emails, some kind of way or another, they have to have some type of assistance with these millions of followers. Okay, before I take off, I'm gonna look down and see and say hi to everybody. Hold on. Okay. Pumpkin tea, hey. Let the truth be told, good morning. Yeah, put my face on cam. On the next couple of days I will. It ain't no, I mean, it ain't no, I'm not particularly the ugliest person in the world. I'm not the cutest person. I would be focusing too much on the camera. So I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's I don't know if it's if it's Chinese, Asian, Korean. I don't know which one it is. So I'm not going to say particularly the one. If you want to see that, you can come back on the weekend. Or my weekend. Not everybody else's weekend. But anyway. So I'm going to try to stop saying Okay, so the reason why I say he barely made it out. He barely made it out. This is my opinion, my thought process, and how I look at it. As you know, I have been telling everybody for a long time that when we saw it on the internet, that was not her first time meeting her new boo. We said that, okay? With that being said, I told him when she had went out there and met him. It was during the time where she said she went out there to discuss something about her modeling career. And we never heard anything about it. Oh my gosh, I have spammers on here, y'all. This is so sad. Whatever. Okay. So with that being said, let me go back, because that's kind of messed me up, how they bother people for no reason. But anyway, the reason why I say he barely made it out, because check this. Him and her had the same manager, right? He introduced his manager to her. Their manager was playing both sides of the pot. Well, technically not. The manager stopped dealing with him, but never dismissed him, but kept dealing with her in order to ruin him, to the point where she called Latasha. She had conversations with her, and I actually had a video of proving that she knew what was going on with this story, okay? There was video evidence, picture evidence that she actually knew what was going on with this story, right? So that's neither here nor there. The reason why I said he barely made it out, because one, the police could have taken him out. Two, she could have taken him out. Three, her fans could have taken him out, because people are doing some of the weirdest stuff for people that they don't know, as far as physically in the streets, okay? Or five, was I on five? Well, anyway, it could have been something such as, and I keep stressing this because nobody pays attention to this, it could have been something such as like the Tory Lanez situation. That's a real life situation, y'all, and a lot of people are going through it in the business world, the Hollywood world, just trying to come up. Her next boo, her new boo, is in more danger, believe it or not, regardless of what she says he has done to her. He is in more danger than Latruth will ever be in at this point in life. And I say that because he did he was doing what he saw Latruth doing, okay? Only thing is, she didn't want to be made a fool of, so she continued to get back with him, and he allowed, they keep going back and forth with each other. So here's the thing about that. He is in the Hollywood world, so to speak. Hollywood, Bollywood, whatever you want to call it. He's already out there. He's already, so to speak, interlocking with these people, which has, you know what, let me rethink this, because it appears that Mr. Latruth has met more stars and individuals than he has. He has been in more rooms with people than he has, it seems like, and he whatever, okay? But anyway, let's not compare the men. Let's compare the situations. So I just feel like with what happened with Tory, where she knew that that man didn't do it, but she chose to cover for her friend and convict Tori because of her emotions. Could have been the same thing with Latruth. Say, for instance, one of those police officers was having a bad day and he just wanted to lock somebody up and he took that man to jail. Because of that initial arrest, he would be fighting this forever. And then the fact that she put a NUG backwards in the picture, it would have been more severe of a case. So therefore, he could have been in the same predicament as Tori, locked up for being innocent. And being that she has all these fans or whatever, the same thing could have happened to him inside of where he was supposed to be in police protection, but you know, whatever. So the same thing could have happened to him because of the lie that she told, right? Mind you, her saying that he paid somebody to unalive her is like the lowest thing that you can do, opposed to the lie that she was trying to tell about the SA on a child. Okay? Sweetheart. Thank goodness one of her supporters came out and said, hey, I had to back away because they trying to set set him up for this situation. Do I think that situation was in place? Of course. The reason why I think that situation was in place because he had not told, in the internet world, what we see, now this is just what we see, we don't know for sure. What we see, he had not been speaking to his child because his child was over there with her. And then the day before they go to Florida the day before she takes his child, not by her, to Florida with her new boyfriend, they call and have this conversation. This good conversation. So I feel like that was in the works of it. I don't understand what they said or did to make the child go against the father in that matter, or for the child not to even speak up, who is still so hell-bent on her being grown and getting that tail tap, which, trust and believe, with the way that the world revolves, she will understand when her daughter gets up in age. Okay, she will definitely understand her father's point of view on when her daughter gets up in age. Okay, because that's just how the world revolves. We tend to figure out what our parents meant once we get older. So back to what I was saying. So there were multiple traps set for him, right? There were multiple traps set for this one man. What they did not bank on, and I give him props for this all the time, what they did not bank on is his level of self-control, his level of being able to understand what he cannot change and accept the things that he cannot change. You know what I mean? They didn't bank on that. And that is one of the most powerful things that a man can possess. Patience, self-control. Okay? That's something that's so powerful that a man does not know that he possesses, and he does. It's just he has to be in tune with himself. It's not something that you can get overnight. It's something that you have to have in you, that you have always been or done. So do I believe that he's always been patient or he's always had self-control? I would say after adolescence, I'm going to say after probably 14, 15. I'm going to say at that point is when he probably understood what it meant to have it and started to grasp it that much more. That's what I'm going to say about that. Thank goodness he did. Because I guaranteed there, out of 10 men, only 2 out of 10 would have been able to stand down the way that he stood down and not just spaz out as much as he spaz out. The first time we ever heard him spaz, besides when he was spazzing on us to leave his family alone, yes, he did that at the beginning. He told us, leave his family alone. That's his family. She can't handle that, leave him alone. Man, I was like, what? Okay. And within that, at the same time he was telling us to leave them alone, she was on the other site, on the other page, talking crap about him. He ended the live abruptly, went over there to see it, and then at that point, it was just, he just became silent. He just became very silent. He just didn't really respond to anything other than to prove what was being said about him was a lie. And he didn't say it with his mouth for the most part. He had, valid receipts or video or whatever, but not many. He only did the ones that she cut up, copy, paste, or whatever. He only did whatever. Anyway, I don't think we give men enough credit for their self-control. I don't think we do. Because I got 2 boys. And let me tell you, that is not something that no matter what they see or what they don't see, what they learn, what they don't learn, that is not something that comes with the manual of a boy. Okay? That is just not something that comes with the manual of a boy. Self-control and patience. It does not come with the kid. It is something that they have to work towards extremely hard to obtain. Okay? It's just something. It's really just something very hard for them to obtain. It's not like, oh, he a boy, he gonna have it. I told him to be to have self-control, be patient. Shut up. Nah, that ain't working. That ain't how that go. Trust me, it ain't. I got 2 boys. And they are very controlled, not by me. They have self-control, and they're very patient. But at the end of the day, when that on switch is flipped, it's flipped, baby. It is flipped. It takes a lot to get them there, but it's definitely flipped when it gets there. And that is something that I would hate for anybody to see for mine. Oh, Lord. Okay, you know what? Anyway, I'm going to say like a few more words and then I'm ending this live because I can't deal with all these spammers. This stuff will get me messed up. So what I'm saying is this. He barely escaped that situation as a whole. I will go back later and just say different things because I remember saying record everything. I remember saying they and them will eat her up eventually. I don't remember the message verbatim. I have to go back and look. But I already knew that her double-crossing her husband was going to backfire on her in the worst possible way without him doing anything. I already knew that. But the fact that there were so many close calls that could have ended his life or taken him out or harmed him, it is insane. Even from doxing him, like who doxes, I don't know if y'all hear my air conditioner, who doxes their child's father when your child goes with them, your child goes and spends time with them? Like, that is like the craziest thing because at the end of the day, they don't have a name on them. what comes out of an NUG backwards has no name on it. You know what I mean? They just fly with the wind. So there were so many different things that could have taken him from this world that people don't even realize, pay attention to, or acknowledge. And through it all, he stayed calm. He stayed patient. He stayed silent. The one time he did not stay silent is when a man tested his gangster. Hey, that one, I'm sorry, I didn't see your name because of these spammers on here. Hey, let the truth be told. I'm glad. Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna if I see any more, hopefully they're gone. Cause I don't even know why spammers spam, y'all. I have no clue why spammers spam. Y'all figure that one out. But yeah, people don't even understand the danger that man was in. From the manager, no, from the snake he was sleeping with for 6 years. I don't know if y'all remember that video I did. I might pull it up. To the manager, to the child, to the friends, to the not friends, to the supporters, to the fans, to the boyfriends, to the people who desired her and wanted to do anything to get into her. Like, this man went through hell. He had a lot of things he escaped from. So when he says, I am a God, and people mistakenly thought and called him all sorts of things, that he's not God. No, he never said he was God. He says, I am a God. Men and women are of God. So we are God. We are a God, not the God, a God and a goddess. All of us are, period. Although some of us don't show those ways, we show very nasty ways. Like the one who says, my name is trash. Thank you. I like it. I don't even know why. Gary Good says, no God exists. In some people's opinion, I mean, I don't, hey, to each is his own. I'm not going to knock you. It is what it is. I don't talk religion to nobody. I was just speaking of something in general. But if that's how you feel, my love, that's how you feel. Ain't nothing wrong with how you feel. Hey, it is what it is. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Yeah, them nights be getting it, baby. Them nights be getting it. I'm glad you caught it. The morning time on my way to work, it just be like impromptu. It just be like random thoughts that I might have, or some stuff that I just be thinking and might say. It's not really anything particular. They're never particular. They're never scheduled. It might be scheduled, for the day. There's no rhyme or rhythm with it. Talk about whatever. It's just random. As I call it, my rando thoughts. Yeah, they're just whatever. But this one, I was just thinking that he barely escaped. Like, literally, dude. Like, people don't even understand. That man had so many odds stacked against him, and so many, like, goodness gracious. Good morning, Brittany. How you doing? Yeah, they just don't, I like I was saying, they really don't even know how many things that this man had stacked against him that could have taken him from this world. That was a spiral effect of a woman who appeared, thank you, Brittany, a woman who appeared to be mentally unstable. In my opinion, I'm not a professional. I did not, we don't have no sessions, but from what I've seen, something ain't clicking. Something ain't clicking or ticking. Well, no, it's something ain't right. But as I was saying, if you think about it, the same things that happened to Tory Lanez and Megan, basically kind of sort of happened to him, like the lie. Okay. Megan said Tory pow-powed her when she know good and well it was her friend. I knew it was her friend. I knew 100% that that friend was guilty when that friend said afterwards, after it all happened and Meg went to the hospital, Megan's people would not allow her to talk to Meg, see Meg, and she had to immediately move out of Megan's house. I knew 100% at that moment when I heard that interview that she's the one that did it. Still had a few thoughts on the scratches on the legs for the video cam, you know, but I didn't see the video cam and the interview at the same time. But I knew 100% that Meg had lied. So with Latruth, how many times did she call the police and say he did something to her? And then she told him he's following me around the house. He has a NUG backwards. Okay, that lie is one and the same, except for, you know, one would be a preventative call and one would be an after it happened call. But pretty much the same thing, same time, you know, both get time, both whatever. Tory went to court, went to jail. Or Latruth he could have definitely gone. You know, there was all the things for it, except for he was smart enough because he was a content creator to have memory saved and record and everything. But how many of our men have that much memory or space in their phones or recording devices to record basically their whole damn life, or to remember during a heated situation to grab the phone? Not often. So Tory goes to jail, he gets hurt, right? Latruth was doxxed, could have been hurt. There were other men put on to him that could have gotten hurt, like DeLorean, Maine, all these men that were fans of her. He could have gotten hurt. Then there was the infamous lie of he paid somebody to pow me. I don't think she understood. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't think she understood. People don't understand the extent of those words to people who support you or who are in love with you through video, you know, through whatever, or fascinated with you, or whatever you want to call it with you. You don't know the mindset of people. We see all the stuff that's going on in this world right now today with these people. So you know that could have gone so bad. Not only that, then you have to think about the plan she was trying to put together, or had put together, about the SA and children. Very own, right? Like, these are things that, if that had gotten out, if that girl had not came to and said, look, this is what she's trying to do, and she put that narrative all the way out there, and obviously the child probably would have went along with it because she go along with everything else. Do you know the danger that that man could have been in besides jail? I think, I mean, like, I really think, I really don't understand the justice system. Because justice is when a person blatantly tells a lie that could directly affect you, your life, your childhood, your child, your children, your well-being, your money. I don't understand why they're not punished as severely as the lie that they told. 100% for that. Such as when Meg lied on Tory, everything that Tory was supposed to get, that could have gotten, I think Meg should have gotten. Meg, the same thing that the person that hurt Tory in jail got for hurting him, even if Meg was not part of that, I think Meg should have got it, because he would not have been there had not she lied on him, you know? They say, oh, it was an NUG charge. Okay, well, what started the NUG charge? Her and her best friend fighting, right? And her directly lying on that man, right? Had she not said that that man did it, that other stuff would not have came through. Now, don't leave out the friend. Don't leave out the friend. The friend should have also been put in there. But if you notice, I haven't heard anything about anything that's supposed to be happening to them. Right? I haven't heard anything about it. Nothing. Has anybody heard anything about? I'm putting my shoes on. Has anybody heard? I wear flip-flops. Has anybody heard anything that was supposed to be happening to those people who lied? Or even the prosecutors who knew that that man was innocent, that failed to do their due diligence, or the judge that failed to do his due diligence? Y'all, that story runs a whole lot deeper. I mentioned those two things because I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know which one I'm going to do this weekend, but I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, y'all know, because I be looking and looking and looking, and it ain't got nothing to do with the saga directly, but the things that happen in the saga you know, not they trail along with it. You know, they go hand in hand. One and one is the other. One thing I want to say, y'all know it's 6:52. I have to clock in at 7. One thing I want to say is, Brittany, I want to thank you for yesterday, because you know how I am. When I get on here with y'all, I will push back my time and so on and so forth. You said get off and go get that money. I want to thank you for that, sis. I needed that, and I'm gonna make sure I do that. So I love you 100 million for that one. Y'all know in the morning time, y'all got to tell me, get your butt off this phone and get your butt in that building. Go get that money, that guaranteed money. Okay? Yep. So I want to thank y'all for that. But leaving this live today, I want y'all to think about how that man barely made it out. I'm not necessarily saying unalived, but we could go from jail, from charges, unalive, you know, just multiple different things. And then I want to know what happened to his manager that did that foul stuff. Is she still able to manage people? Because clearly she is not. I'm going to say I'm not gonna say competent. I'm gonna say she ain't good. She ain't no good. She ain't about nothing. You know what I mean? Clearly she ain't about nothing. She should not be managing anyone. You know what I mean? If she's willing to do that while she still has both of them on her payroll, she shouldn't be able to. I mean, something should have happened to her. I just wish he was financially stable and hadn't just came from being tricked into basically putting off his career to support her, and then having to have his stomach removed, and he had a hernia, so he couldn't do anything else. Good morning, Amelia. I think Amelia Too Cute. I don't know if I said good morning already, but maybe if he had had those things in place, he might have been able to do something more. I just, you know, feel bad for him that he was not able to take the necessary actions that he could have taken, or we think he could have taken, for the things that were done wrong to him. But we gonna let the cards fall where they fall, but we gonna learn something in the process. So at 6:55, which is what it is right now, I want y'all to say, I want y'all to know, I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm gonna get off because I gotta go clock in, because, you know, I got to go get that money. I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all rock with me. Nah. And I will talk to y'all this weekend, y'all. This weekend is gonna be on and popping. This weekend I'm gonna have, I think this weekend is going to be the onset for, you know, what I'm gonna do on the weekends. I won't be able to do it during the week, but this weekend is gonna be what I want to do. Probably won't be perfect because I ain't been practicing, but it's y'all will see what I want to do, and then from there y'all can judge if y'all want to rock with me now. All right, so y'all stay safe, follow around. Oh, no, I ain't gonna say follow around in these streets. Oh, I'm on the West Coast. It's 6:50. I'm in Las Vegas, babe. I'm in Las Vegas. Yeah, y'all ahead of me. Yep, y'all rock with me now, and I will talk to y'all later. Maybe I'll come on tonight. After, I don't know when. Maybe I'll come on tonight because I'm off tomorrow. I'm not taking no more shifts. I'm off tomorrow. I've been working 6 days for the last couple of weeks, and I'm exhausted. But y'all have a great day. Y'all be blessed. Thank y'all for coming. You too, Emilia, too cute. You too, Britt. Give my baby some love.